My name is Dana Summons, born and raised in Baltimore, Maryland. I joined the Army at the age of 17. As far as I can remember, my earliest years was raised by my grandmother. We lived in a 3-story row house downtown Baltimore City. My mom was there, obviously, aunts, uncles. The culture there's, drug culture. I was barely out of high school when I went to the other side of the city, West Baltimore, to go and listen to the military. Moved to Germany midway through my career. From Germany, deployed to Iraq. Then my second deployment, we got back to the States. I deployed to Afghanistan. One particular day, one particular mission, I was with an infantry platoon and also my third squad. I hear this loud explosion, like a boom sound. My ears started ringing, and it was a cloud of smoke and dust, and I felt my body lift off the ground. When I came to, I was on my back, facing up and facing the sky, and was pretty mangled, pretty bad. My body was in pretty bad shape. I'm almost sure that I was passing away, that I was dying, and so, but periodically, I could, like intermittently, I guess is the best way I can put it, I could hear people yelling at me, LT, come back, or wake up, and then my spirit, best way I can explain it, was sort of sucked back in, or just pushed back in, or drawn back in, I guess, to my body. And I come to, and these guys, they're throwing water on me, they're smacking me, doing whatever they can to keep me from passing out or from blacking out. That's when something happened that I never experienced this in my life, but I heard my voice, okay, saying to me not to fear him who can hurt the body, but fear the one that has the power to cast soul and body into hell. And I'm hearing this over and over and over again, and I just started saying it, best I could. So I'm repeating this statement, I guess the best way I can put it. And that one of the guys who was, he was a staff sergeant, he was on the radio talking to the medevac helicopter pilots as they were trying to find out where I was at. And he stops his radio transmission, he looks at me and he says, "Sir, what is it that what are you saying?" And so I say it again. And I'm just repeating it. Do not fear the one who can hurt the body, but fear him who has the power to cast soul and body into hell. But the best I could, I look up towards my right, because that's where he was kneeling next to me. And I looked up and I saw a tear run down this guy's face. And let me tell you, these soldiers that I was on this particular mission with, I tell you, these are some rough and tough dudes, okay? Their mission was to go in and clear buildings. And I don't know if you know much about clearing buildings, but I'm sure you guys have seen it in the movies and that kind of thing. But it's do or die. It's a situation. So these are some courageous, some rough and tough dudes. So to see this man, when I saw him weep like that, I knew he wasn't weeping because of he saw my condition. He was weeping because the Lord spoke to him. There's no doubt in my mind, the Lord spoke to him. And so it hit me like, man, you know what? This life on this earth is really not about me. It's about Jesus. Regardless of what happens to this body, Jesus has to get the glory. And I felt like I felt like that was my mission. Not so much, we were doing some great things for the military, for the Afghani civilians, and just, pushing bad guys out and bringing the locals back in and giving them back their land. But no, I think it was more or less I'm sure that God had me there for that moment, in that time, for that person.